It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Friday, February the 18th, 2022. Brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Chapel service for Nona Marlowe Nani of Muleshoe was held earlier this week on Tuesday afternoon, February the 15th, at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe, with Dr. Stacey Connor officiating. Burial followed in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Nona died on Friday, February the 11th, here in Muleshoe. She was born December the 16th, 1931, in Brownwood to Troy H. and Naomi Bates Clem. She married Billy Wayne Marlowe in the Longview community in 1947. After Billy died, Nona later married Horton Griffin. Nona was a longtime member of the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe, where she taught Sunday school for many years. She is preceded in death by her first husband, Billy, her second husband, Horton, her parents, a son, Randy Marlowe, a son-in-law, Sandy Noble, and a brother, Troy H. Clem Jr., and a sister, Janine Morgan. Nona is survived by three daughters, Deborah Noble of Muleshoe, Connie Bruns and her husband, Bruce of Amarillo, Vicki Wilson and her husband, Darrell of Missouri, her daughter-in-law, Jonette Freimeyer of Thomas, Oklahoma, her 8 grandchildren, Lisa Gunstream, Jill Duvac, Amber Elliott, Jeff Bruns, Stephanie Perkins, Jonathan Marlowe, Jordan Marlowe, and Jennifer Brown. Her 13 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren all survive her as well. The family suggests memorials be sent to the First Baptist Church, P.O. Box 483, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com, and please keep the family of Nona Marlowe on your prayer list today. Church service for Linda Jane Gross Gossett, 73 of Lubbock, was held Wednesday morning, February the 16th, at the First United Methodist Church here in Muleshoe, with Angela Carter officiating. Burial followed in the Bailey County Cemetery. Linda died on Thursday, February the 10th, in Lubbock. She was born February 22nd, 1948, in Muleshoe to George and Lucille Wilson Gross. She married Melbourne L. Bud Gossett in Muleshoe on August the 8th, 1969. Linda graduated from Muleshoe High School in 1966, where she was the captain of the girls' basketball team. She continued her education at West Texas University in Canyon, receiving her bachelor's degree, and went on to Eastern New Mexico University to earn her master's degree in education. Linda was the first female school superintendent at Crowell, Blanket, and Sam Norwood schools. She was a member of the Eastern Star and the Lions Club in Crowell, as well as the Red Hat Society and the Brownwood CPS Board. Linda collected angels, snowmen, frogs, and especially school bells. She is preceded in death by her parents and a brother, John Gross. Linda is survived by her husband, Melbourne, 2 sons, Eric Gossett and his wife, Tasha of Shallowater, Jason Gossett and his wife, Katie of Spring, her daughter, Dana Cryer, and her husband, Terry of Aransas Pass, her sister, Mary Lookadoo, and her husband, Frank of Mineola, and a brother, Larry Gross of Gainesville, and her 5 grandchildren, Hunter, Devin, Dylan, Sydney, and William, all survive her. The family suggests memorials be sent to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, 262 Danny Thomas Place, Memphis, Tennessee, 38105. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep the family of Linda Gossett, 73 of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, on your prayer list today. Her funeral services were held earlier this week on Wednesday at the First United Methodist Church here in Muleshoe. Well, we have several things on our calendar here in the next few weeks to film that you'll be looking forward to. Also, you're invited to many of these programs. It's like the 4th grade. We'll have a patriotic musical program at Muleshoe High School at the Carrie Moore Auditorium. It will be at 1:45 p.m. on Thursday, March the 3rd, and of course everyone is invited, but we will be there with our camera to film that 4th grade program. Thanks to Susan White, the music teacher at Dillman, for inviting us to come. or at Deshazo, excuse me. And then on the next week, Thursday, March the 10th at 6 p.m. that evening at Watson Junior High Gym, we'll be there to film the Dillman PE program that will take place. They'll perform that for the kids at 10 o'clock that morning, and then for the parents at 6 p.m. on Thursday, March the 10th at Watson Junior High School. So look for those two programs coming up here in the very near future in the next couple of weeks. Make sure to go to the front page of our website, MhsCte.com, as we live streamed Monday's Muleshoe City Council meeting, which included them hiring the City Council, taking the recommendation of the staff, and hiring as our new Muleshoe Police Chief, Benny Parker, longtime Muleshoe native who's been on the police force for many, many years, and he was hired as the new Muleshoe Police Chief. So congratulations to Benny Parker. They did that during the regular meeting, and then when it was over with, after they adjourned, they swore him in, and many of his wife and his two kids, along with a sister and nieces, and many other of his family members were on hand to celebrate with him as he was sworn in as the Muleshoe Police Chief. But the entire Muleshoe City Council meeting available free of charge to stream and watch on demand on the front page of our website, MhsCte.com. Also still available on the front page of our website, MhsCte.com, we have the recent National Signing Day ceremony that happened at Muleshoe High School on February the 9th, where Andre Alfaro signed to play football at Sul Ross State University. Zach Hasley signed to play football at McPherson College in Kansas. Brennan Davis signed to play football at ENMU. And Natalie Ambrose signed to play basketball with the Flying Queens at Wayland Baptist University. Also at the end of that program, MISC Superintendent Dr. R.L. Richards and MHS Principal Cindy Basir talked about that they had just been informed that Muleshoe High School had been nominated to the by the Texas Education Agency Director to the 2022 National Blue Ribbon Program. It's a federal program, and they are now filling out all the paperwork so they can be registered for this program. We'll find out if they win it later in September of this year, and you can hear all about that at the end of that National Signing Day ceremony video available on the front page of our website, MhsCte.com. One of our other videos on the front page of our website is the MHS CTE programs that are being featured, because February is CTE month at Muleshoe High School, and we're about to have a second video that goes more in depth with several of these programs. It will include a look at Larry Cribbs, who's the coach of the MHS robotics team. We'll take a closer look at his class and what all they do, along with Kelsey Jones, who's an ag teacher at high school, and she does several programs like Principles of Ag, Small Animal Management, Vet Science, and Investigating Careers, and we'll hear from some of her students. Brandon Thomason, the other ag teacher, he teaches ag mechanics, intro to welding, welding 1, and a practicum. And we'll look at many of his welding students and see the projects they're working on, along with Camry Cribbs. And we'll look at some of her advanced floral design students. That coming up, we should have it up in the next 24 hours, so look for that. A more in-depth look at 4 or 5 of the programs that are offered at Muleshoe High School through the CTE programs, as this February is Career and Technical Education Month, and MHS wants to highlight some of their CTE offerings, as there is many, many of them that are available. We're so blessed to have that right here in our Muleshoe area through our Muleshoe Independent School District. Of course, the robotics kids, you'll want to remind yourself that 2 of the teams are moving on into a regional meet and they are Team 18483 and Team 18484. They're made up of Kalana Burdell, Yuritsi Rodriguez, Yuritsi Quezada, Jose Chaparro, Isaac Flores, Bryson Woodard, Jonathan Valencia, and Giovanni Paleo. And you can see them in action in our video that we will release here in the next 24 hours. And Bryson Woodard is the student that gives us a talk about those robotics programs. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. This edition is brought to you by Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
I am Isla Reynolds, and I know enough about quality, authentic Mexican food to know it gets no better than Leal's Mexican Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The yummy chips and salsa enchiladas made with love and finest of ingredients. Dine in now or carry out by calling 806-272-3294. The original in business since 1957, Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe, Texas.
Re-elect Sherry Basir Harrison as our Bailey County judge. She has over 30 years of legal experience. Election day and the primary is Tuesday, March the 1st, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. Vote early now through Friday, February 25th at the Bailey County Courthouse. And, of course, this is the Republican primary. Re-elect Sherry Basir Harrison for Bailey County Judge, Republican. Over 30 years of legal experience. Election day is Tuesday, March the 1st, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. Although you can vote early now through Friday, February the 25th during regular Bailey County Courthouse hours here at the Bailey County Courthouse here in Muleshoe. Re-elect Sherry Basir Harrison for Bailey County Judge. Political ad paid for by Sherry Basir Harrison. Well, when we were doing our Muletrain last week on Friday, the Lady Mules were about to go into a seeding game against Littlefield to play second and third places in our district to move on into the playoffs. And the Lady Mules beat Littlefield 35-32, so they took second place in the district behind Brownfield. And they went on and won the by-district crown last week. They're the by-district champs as they beat Presidio. Let me see. The score was 55-20. So congratulations to them. But yesterday, Thursday evening in Lubbock, that they took on Laredo. No, excuse me. They played Shallowater Thursday evening in the area game at Lubbock Coronado, and they were defeated by the Shallowater Lady Phillies 73-32. So that ends a great season for the Lady Mules. Kim Chafin and her Lady Mules, as they made it to the area round and lost to the always hard Shallowater girls basketball team. The boys basketball ended their season on Tuesday as they lost to Lamesa. Last Friday they did beat Denver City 38-31, so they end their season at 3-9 on the district and in sixth place in district. So the Mules are finished with basketball. So we'll move on to more spring sports here. Coming forward is baseball, softball, track and field, golf, and tennis are really getting underway at Muleshoe High School. Legacy 5 will be in concert Saturday, March the 5th here in Muleshoe at Calvary Baptist Church at 6 p.m. that evening at 1733 West Avenue C. Everyone is invited. The concert is free. A love offering will be taking. That's Legacy 5 Gospel band will be in concert Saturday, March the 5th at 6 p.m. at the Calvary Baptist Church here in Muleshoe, 1733 West Avenue C. The concert is free. A love offering will be taken. The First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe needs to hire a custodian. It's $15 per hour pay. Sought by the church to apply at 220 West Avenue E. or call 806-272-4224 for more information. That's First Baptist Church Muleshoe is hiring a custodian. It pays $15 per hour. Stop by the church to apply, 220 West Avenue E, or call 806-272-4224. The First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe is hosting their annual Disciple Now weekend for teenage kids, so we'll pray that goes well. It's February 18th through the 20th here in Muleshoe at First Baptist Church Disciple Now program. VBS, you can mark this on your calendar for your kids, as the 2022 VBS at First Baptist Church Monumental, celebrating God's greatness, will be June 6th through 9th here at the First Baptist Church in Muleshoe. It's time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy, your locally home-owned hometown pharmacy located at 1411 West American Boulevard, right here in Muleshoe. Christine Isaacson, Crystal Alicon, the two pharmacists, along with all of their wonderful, helpful employees available for you at 1411 West American Boulevard. They're open Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. You can come in the store. You can call 806-272-7511. They can deliver to your home here in the Muleshoe area, or you can use their very convenient drive-through window on the west side of the building. K&K Pharmacy reminds you that immunizations are critical to preventing the spread of infectious diseases. Their team at K&K Pharmacy can help make sure your family's up to date on your vaccination. Stop by 1411 West American Boulevard or call 806-272-7511. K&K Pharmacy, they can help you learn more, keep your family healthy by staying up to date on recommended vaccinations through K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe. Well, we've had a couple of really windy days in a row. One was much warmer, and then yesterday much cooler day. But hopefully those strong winds are over with for at least one day today on Friday. Sunny, high near 56 degrees. This afternoon, west-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then clear tonight, low around 21. Southwest winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming very calm in the evening hours. Sunny on Saturday, high near 63. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south-southwest 15 to 20 miles per hour Saturday afternoon. Clear Saturday night, low around 24. South-southwest winds around 15 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, high near 70 degrees. West-southwest wind 15 to 20 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear, low around 34. Southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Then patchy blowing dust on Monday, on President's Day, Washington's birthday, in the beginning in the noon hour, afternoon hours. Sunny, high near 71. Breezy conditions with a west-southwest wind between 10 and 15 miles per hour, increasing to 20 to 25 miles per hour. Monday afternoon, mostly clear. Monday night, low around 28. Southwest winds between 15 and 20 miles per hour. Then Tuesday, sunny, high near 59. West winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming south-southeast in the afternoon hours. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low around 8 degrees. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 35. So we're going to get really cold mid next week as a front obviously comes through. Wednesday, again, mostly sunny, high only at 35 degrees. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low around 9. Thursday, mostly sunny, high only at 40 degrees. So a normal sort of transitional week going into the weekend, as we'll have a little bit of wind, but will warm up into the 70s by Sunday. But then as we go through next week, we'll have a front come through, and it will be really cold by midweek. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Well, at the First United Methodist Church, they are holding their annual Soul Stew Supper next week on Tuesday, March the 22nd. So we hope that goes well. The Soul Stew Supper is an annual meal that they cook and take out to people here in the Muleshoe area. Victor in Sudan, he needs to hire a handyman there in Sudan to cook and pick up groceries, help him out as a personal assistant as well. He's in the old motel there on the edge of town in Sudan. Call 806-393-2588. That's Victor. He needs to hire a handyman in Sudan. He needs to be an assistant as well, help cook, pick up groceries. He's in the old motel there on the edge of town in Sudan. Call 806-393-2588. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center reminds you to get vaccinated. Muleshoe, for you, for your family, your community, and for your country. You can get more information on vaccinations you need through the two clinics. Call 806-272-4524. Available through the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Also, they remind you to continue your recovery close to home if you or a loved one needs more time to heal after an illness, injury, or surgery. The Swing Bed program at Muleshoe Area Medical Center can help. Call 806-272-4524. Ask to speak to the Swing Bed coordinator or go onto their website, muleshoehospital.com/recovery for more information. Don't forget, we have 2 elections coming up in the very near future. The first one will be the primary elections here in the state of Texas, which will include 2 contested local races between current judge incumbent Sherry Basir Harrison and Basil Nash, and current Bailey County Precinct Number 4 County Commissioner Jim Daniel and Shorty Drennan is running against him. But there's a lot of uncontested races along with that, but I'm not going to even go through those. The early voting is going on now through Friday, February the 25th, where you can go by the courthouse during their hours of operation to vote early. But the general election will be March the 1st, 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. The other is a general election for the city, the hospital, and the school district. And among seats that are up for election in this will be District 1, District 2 for the city, 2 at-large positions for the MISD, and 3 seats on the Muleshoe Area Hospital District Board, District 1, 3, and 5. That election will be May 7th at City Hall. You can still sign up for to be a candidate on the ballot for any of these positions through today at 5 p.m., Friday, February the 18th at City Hall. See Zayna Carpenter, the city secretary, and she has candidates packets there at City Hall. That's 5 p.m. today is the deadline to become a candidate for any of these positions. Friday, February the 18th today at 5 p.m. The last day for an individual to register to vote for these elections is Thursday, April the 7th. And again, that's the May 7th general election for the City of Muleshoe, District 1 and 2, MISD, 2 at-large positions on their board, and the Muleshoe Area Hospital District, District 1, 3, and 5. Well, don't forget this Monday is President's Day, so lots of the federal and governmental offices will be closed, which includes our Muleshoe Independent School District will not have classes this coming Monday on President's Day, and we hope you have a wonderful long weekend if you do get Monday off. The Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program needs your help. They are looking for volunteers to help deliver meals within the city limits of Muleshoe. They need a weekly driver to deliver a route on Tuesday. They also need substitute drivers to fill in when the regular drivers are unavailable. Pick up meals by 11 a.m. and typically takes 30 to 45 minutes depending on the route. You can contact Judy Kaufman at the Bailey County Office of the Aging in the Courthouse or call 806-272-3647 if you can help out the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program. A great program, and is always in need of good volunteers and also monetary donations. And to do either of those things or both, Contact Judy Coppin in the Bailey County Office of the Aging in the courthouse. If you go in the south door, it's your first office on your left, or you can call 806-272-3647. On your prayer list today, please remember Jerry Hicks and Doris Scott, Ruby Green. Keep Mom Megan Reynolds on your prayer list today. Bruce and Cindy Purdy's, they've recently moved to Lubbock. Keep Travis and Sue Basir, Pat King, Jim Young needs to be on your prayer list today. Terry Byers, Gabby Stone, Marshall Cook, Melba King, Judy Griswold and her family, Tom and Linda Watson, Dorothy Wire, Larry Combs, Kearney Scoggin, Ed and Carol Cox, Carolyn Stovall, J.W. Harrington, Betty Noble, Joe Jinks, Marjorie Morgan, Wanda Cockerham. Keep all these people on your prayer list today. Remember those grieving the recent loss of a loved one, which include the family of Linda Gossett, formerly of Muleshoe, the family of Nona Marlowe. Keep the family of James Leroy Sturley on your prayer list today, the family of Palestina Perez, the family of Betty Fitzgerald needs to be on your prayer list today, the family of Carolyn Kindle. Keep the family of Julia B. Patterson, along with the family of Bonnie Carpenter, and the family of David Alonzo Rodriguez Sr. Keep all these families grieving the loss of a recent loved one. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program, along with all of our older archived ones, available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Delner Poss, No Time Out. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They're owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Delner Poss had a mother who was involved in sports, and she encouraged Delner to do the same thing. He did so while going to elementary school at Pixley Union in the San Joaquin Valley of California, an agricultural region.
In fact, we lived in the middle of a grape vineyard.
After an impressive career as an athlete, Delner coached at Garden City, Menard, Big Spring, and spent some time at Midland College.
I was only there 40 years, so we had a lot of good success in all the different sports. We won 12 national championships in 5 different sports in the 14 years I was athletic director. In golf, I was fortunate to be able to recruit some really outstanding young men. I got to coach the USA team in the World University Games, and we won the World University Championship.
He won more awards in golf than in any other sport.
I've been so fortunate to be in 6 Halls of Fame. 4 of those are associated with my coaching golf. We've had multiple players in every major, the Ryder Cup, the U.S. Open, the British Open, the Masters, the USPGA Championship. All of those were because we had people in Midland that were helping us from the golf courses.
His coaching philosophy served him well.
I think you establish a camaraderie with the players. You really care for them and are interested in their success, but at the same time, you've got to be a strict disciplinarian, and they've got to know that if they don't do what your rules require for them to be successful, then we're not going to get along very well.
Delner coached, was a basketball referee, and spent some time in a business enterprise.
Oftentimes people would say, you ought to write a book. And so at this late age, I decided to write a book. Trying to come up with a name, my son Mark that helped me format the book said, "Dad, you haven't taken much time out from anything you've ever done." And I said, "Well, that'd be a good title for it, No Time Out!" Exclamation point.
Delner Poss is a sports consultant in south central New Mexico. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.